from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We can see the relief, but we can't feel it yet. Will those 50 and 60-degree highs ever make it to the D?
And surrounded by blight. This man has lived in this neighborhood for decades. Now he says the city's renaissance has left him behind.
But first, a family absolutely devastated after a man is gunned down in front of his own home. It was early this morning. Deontay Box was walking out of his home on Ohio Street to get a wheelchair for his friend who is inside and has cancer.
That's when witnesses say someone opened fire, killing the 32-year-old flower shop owner. Coco McAvoy joins us live now. And Coco, you had a chance to speak to the family. How are they doing?
Yes, Kimberly and Jason, they are absolutely devastated. They say Deontay Box was just 32 years old, but that he dedicated all 32 years of his life to caring for others. You're going to hear from a lot of his loved ones, and they all say this was a senseless murder.
In the name of Jesus Christ, and we need for this burden to be buried by you.
The sounds of heartbreak and prayer echoed through the neighborhood after Deontay Box was shot and killed in his own driveway.
To be killed in cold blood at his home, he did not deserve that.
Family says Box was outside getting a wheelchair out of his car this morning to assist his terminally ill friend when someone shot him.
This day will haunt the person that done this tragic crime.
Those who loved Box are left in disbelief.
It was like no pain I had ever felt. You know, it took me for a complete loop.
Family says Box just opened the Something Unique floral shop in Southfield, was loving and served as a caregiver for many, so they just want to know why.
We're hoping and praying that the police can get behind this and find out who killed him.
As loved ones continue to mourn Box's death, they have a message for whoever did this.
So you know what? You just held yourself in hostage because you know what you did was wrong.
You took an angel and brother, you're gonna pay for it. You might not pay for it now, but the Lord looking at you.
And we've spoken with the Detroit Police Department about this. They say they're trying to figure out if there is a motive at all in this murder, and that anyone with information is really asked to call police. Back to you.
So as far as suspects go, Coco, who are police looking for?
So police right now, they don't have any suspects. They say right now witnesses are saying that they heard 3 gunshots, and when they went outside, they ended up finding Box on the ground in his driveway. But they say that they believe that whoever did this ran on foot, so they just really need people to come forward with this one.
Hopefully somebody saw something. Just so senseless indeed. Okay, Coco, thanks.
Let's switch gears, take a little peek outside. You can, it's steaming again. An absolute scorcher for the first full week of fall. Temperatures hot enough, by the way. Detroit Public School Community District sending students home early because of the heat, and it's announcing it's going to do the same thing again tomorrow.
Yeah, you can almost see the steam in
you can.
in that picture. Let's head over to Ben and see, did we break a record today, Ben?
Not quite. We got close. Record 93. We got to 90. So, I mean, essentially we almost got there, but I don't think anybody's upset about that. 89 is what we're at right now. Lots of upper 80s. There were places that did get into the low 90s today, but the more important thing on the regional map is you can see where the relief is. This is the cold front that is going to bring temperatures not only back to average, but actually below that mark in some cases. Our average high is now down to 70 for this time of year. And you see on the other side of that front, Twin Cities are at 61, Sioux Falls 56, Duluth in the mid 50s as well. Probably won't get into the 50s for highs, but definitely some 60s coming up for daytime highs, believe it or not, in that 7-day forecast. So we've got another steam bath tomorrow, finally a change on Wednesday. We'll run down the timing on that, and a lot more like September once we get to the weekend. All your forecast is ahead in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. Now to brand new information we're learning into a deadly hit and run in Clinton Township.
It happened early this morning at 16 Mile and Gratiot when a woman riding a bike was hit and killed. As Nick Monticelli reports, the woman who was behind the wheel has now turned herself in.
It really is interesting how fast an investigation can change like this. Take a look at this video. The fatal hit and run happened at 10 o'clock last night in Clinton Township. Police were out there for nearly 6 hours gathering as much evidence as they could. So at 16 in Gratiot, Metro Parkway and Gratiot, a woman in her 40s was on her bike, apparently trying to cross Metro Parkway, and then she was hit by a driver who just took off and left her there to to die. You know, as you can see, they collected the evidence. They have markers all over the place. They took the bike, put it on top of a tow truck because they wanted to preserve as much evidence as possible because they needed to do whatever was needed to track down the driver, whoever hit this person and left her there. But then around 7:30 this morning, a female, walked into the Clinton Township Police Department and said, "It was me." Now here's the strange thing. They talked to her, they impounded her vehicle, but they let that driver go. There's got to be something else going on there. We haven't heard from Clinton Township PD exactly what the reasoning was behind that. But again, that driver was released and allowed to go home, but they did keep her car. A lot of things still to happen here. We'll have to wait and see what kind of updates we can get from the Clinton Township Police Department. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Hey, Nick, and investigators are still asking for anyone who may have seen what happened to give Clinton Township Police a call.
The man charged in a Detroit high-speed chase returns to court. 22-year-old Duran Sherrard was arrested after leading police on a long chase. You remember this one that ended when he jumped on cars on a freeway. Sherrard waived his preliminary examination hearing today and will head to trial. Prosecutors added several charges in addition to the counts of fleeing and eluding. Sherrard is suspected in an earlier shooting in southwest Detroit. He's due back in court a week from today.
Today, North Korea's foreign minister called a tweet by President Trump a, quote, declaration of war and vowed his country will defend itself. The White House dismissed the latest threat as absurd. Blaine Alexander has that story from Washington, along with a health care battle that's now reaching a critical point. Blaine?
And hello to you from Washington. President Trump is keeping his eyes on two very high-profile issues today. Health care now must be passed this week or its chances will decrease significantly. And North Korea's top diplomat is issuing a new threat on his way out of New York today. As the fight over health care reaches a boiling point on Capitol Hill, tension with North Korea now hitting a new high. That country's foreign minister accusing President Trump of declaring war in this weekend tweet, threatening they won't be around much longer. Days after American jets flew provocatively close to the North Korean coast, the foreign minister threatened to shoot down U.S. jets in self-defense.
Not at all. We've not declared war on North Korea, and frankly, the suggestion of that is absurd.
The war of words heating up. While on Capitol Hill, it's a battle for votes. The latest GOP Obamacare repeal bill now one no vote away from failure, with Republican Senators Rand Paul and John McCain already against it. A frustrated President Trump responding on this Alabama radio show.
You know, you can call it what you want, but that's the only reason we don't have it, because of John McCain.
Republicans holding just one hearing on the Graham-Cassidy bill, enough to draw hundreds of people from around the country, hoping to have their voices heard.
It's a death sentence.
A chaotic scene in the hearing room, some protesters literally carried out, hoping to pressure senators to vote no on what could be their last chance to repeal Obamacare. And Republicans are really racing against the clock on this. They need to get it done by the end of the week or their vote threshold will increase, meaning they would need to get Democrats on board for an Obamacare repeal, which of course is highly unlikely. In Washington, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
Blaine, meanwhile, hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico struggles to recover.
Hurricane Maria whipped Puerto Rico with Irma-level winds, drenched the island with Harvey-level flooding, crippled communications, decimated buildings, and damaged a dam that puts downstream residents at risk of catastrophe. Yet help has been slow to come. Officials are pleading for swift aid to be sent to the island to prevent what they're now calling a humanitarian crisis that could be brewing here. The power is still out and desperate need now for fuel and communication is growing. This firefighter traveled from Miami to help with the relief.
It's a disaster that's still unfolding, though, in many parts of the island.
It is. And we just don't know of it because we can't get communications with most people.
The governor of Puerto Rico is now asking Congress to take action. He wants a long-term aid package to help with recovery efforts.
And be sure to stick around for NBC Nightly News at 6:30. Lester Holt will be broadcasting live from Puerto Rico tonight to report on the devastation and the long rebuilding effort ahead.
We are underway on a Monday.
Yeah, we've got much more coming up in this next hour of news. Detroit being on the top of a list no city wants to be on, and why Chief Craig says the numbers are all wrong. And a bizarre crime involving a baby and a crane.
And attorneys say several deadly mistakes were made. New here at 5, what family of the victims who died in the Florida nursing home tragedy are doing now in hopes of getting to the bottom of what really happened.
But first, he says Detroit's Renaissance has left his neighborhood behind. Why he's getting nowhere in his fight against blight. That's next.
It's new at 6.
Sexual assault on campus, not a headline you want to see, but it's something that is being talked about here at Eastern, but actually for a good reason.
Plus, important new research, parents will want to hear about the behavioral changes in children who see guns in movies.
A homeowner on Detroit's east side says the city's Renaissance has left him behind. The street he's lived on for 38 years has steadily declined, leaving blight in its wake. It's happening on Hathen Street, right in the area of Harper and Mount Elliott. I caught up with him today and also went to the city to try and get him some help.
Every time I come out my door, I be just about be in tears.
You can understand Nathaniel Neal's frustration when you see the view from his front door.
It burned twice. This in the hill been burnt about 3 or 4 times.
And that view hasn't changed for about 20 years, which means other problems.
Nasty smell. And then sometime I can sit out on the porch at nighttime and see rats about this big, tails about that long.
And he says he's called the city many times, only to see improvements elsewhere.
But every time I turn around, they tearing down more houses on the west side and in the suburbs and everywhere else, and they not giving me no help. And I pay all my taxes and everything on my house.
And when you look around the Seaside neighborhood, you can see there's a lot of potential here, a lot of homes well maintained. And when you look around further, you can see some empty lots where other houses have been demolished. So the question is, why not the ones across from and next to Mr. Neal?
2 are land bank owned, 1 is privately owned, and so it was a demo candidate, but it is not on the demo list as of now.
A representative from the city came out to speak to Mr. Neal after our calls today. Turns out this is not one of the zones the city gets federal funding for to demolish homes, so money is tight. The next step, though, is to board these houses up.
We know that we have burnt out houses in non-HHF areas, and we're trying to come up with the strategy and find funding for that. And as of now, we don't have that strategy.
I don't want to move, but with things like this keep going on like this, and my health and my doctors now keep telling me that it's a health issue.
Yeah, and you can see it'd be pretty difficult to board those homes up. So the city is doing some other things, though, right now, helping him with some 0% loans to fix his roof, which is failing in the back. Environmental is also coming out to help the rodents because of those vacant houses. But beyond that, it's tough because the city can't make any promises or give him any kind of time frame. Hands are tied.
Yeah, indeed. More legal action today against the nursing home in Florida where 11 people died after Hurricane Irma. The daughter of a man who died at that nursing home has filed a lawsuit. Margarita Navarro is suing the facility, claiming negligence that led to the wrongful deaths of her father, Miguel Franco, age 93, and 10 others after the air conditioning stopped working in the days following the storm. Navarro's family, along with her attorneys, held a news conference today announcing the suit.
Say something in English? And I demand justice. So this won't happen again. So many other people don't lose their loved ones.
The lawsuit is the 4th brought against the nursing home whose license to operate has now been revoked. So sad.
Yeah. September 25th, man, 90 degrees.
Who would have thunk?
I know. And that close to a record, too, which, as far as I'm concerned, we were at the record for 90 to 93.
Might as well be.
Yeah, close enough for government work. But I'll tell you, this is kind of how you feel like at 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, where you've eaten all the turkey and mashed potatoes, and you realize you just had more than you bargained for. And that's pretty much the way we've been with the heat and humidity. It was nice for 1, maybe 2 days, but enough. You can take it all away right now. And you can see that trough that's been carved out in the western part of the U.S. This is where the cold air is hanging out, and it's taking its own sweet time, sort of migrating through the U.S. 91 in Chicago. We're still at 89, but you can see on the other side of this front, 61 in the Twin Cities. Bismarck's at 53, Billings at 58, and that's around their high temperatures for the day. So we won't quite be seeing those 50s, but we're definitely going to get a taste of that cool air as that jet, which has been so far south, is going to start moving a little bit further to the east. It is going to start lifting more to the north, though. So you can see that this pocket of cool air that sits over us for the second half of the week is not going to last the entire time. This will eventually start lifting out a little bit more. So by the end of the 7-day forecast, you'll be able to see those temperatures going back up. But we are going to get some relief in the short term. Thank goodness. 89 is where we're at right now. Heat index is at 90. So even though that humidity is not stifling, it's more than noticeable out there, especially for this time of year. It's been a while since we've seen rain. And in New Baltimore, one of our storm pins photos was looking over into parts of Ontario where you can see those cumulus clouds lifting. Be nice to get some of those on top of us, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to see much of any rain with this front that's coming through. Even though there's quite a bit out here right now, by the time that front gets to us, two things will be working against us. First, we're not going to see enough moisture in the atmosphere, and secondly, it's going to be the timing of the front. By the time that gets to us, this model has that front crossing about late morning on Wednesday, but this is probably one of the latest that we were looking at. It's entirely possible that front comes through during the morning commute, which will lower those rain chances even more. Model trying to squeeze out a couple drops. If we see it, it's probably going to be on the east side only, and it's not going to amount to much. The storm's really getting flared up over parts of Ontario when that temperatures start to maximize. High pressure settles in behind the front. That keeps us dry as we get to the rest of the forecast, but we'll also cool down as that chillier air comes in behind that front. 67 tonight, mild again, humidity noticeable, and once again, high temperatures going right back to near 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. 4-zone forecast starts around Detroit. In the metro zone here, 89 in the city. Dearborn, you'll be at 89. And we'll probably see a couple 90s there as well. South zone temperature, especially out in Lenawee County, you're going to hit 90. A lot of upper 80s here in Monroe County. Pretty much all 90-degree numbers out here in our west zone as we finish out tomorrow afternoon. And even in our north zone, which is typically cooler, not by much. Still a lot of 89s and 90s up there for highs tomorrow. But look at the switch. Even on Wednesday, we'll get a high of 78, but it is 60s for highs, believe it or not, for Thursday through the upcoming weekend. And don't keep those windows open this weekend. 47 for overnight lows.
Wow.
All Saturday and
That's
Sunday.
a drop off.
Quick change.
Drastic.
Those kids out of school, man, use it. Get to the pool one more day.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, prices at the pump, they are falling. New tonight will show you what's behind the trend and whether it will continue.
But first, what Anthony Weiner tearfully told a judge right before he was sentenced for sexting an underage girl. That's next.
Suffering in silence. Could our dogs and cats be in pain without us realizing it?
It can be at any point in their lives.
How to spot the signs your pet is in pain and the options to treat it. Tomorrow, starting at 5.
It's jail time for former Congressman Anthony Weiner, marking the end of a 6-year-long fall from grace.
Today, Weiner was sentenced to 21 months in prison. He pleaded guilty to charges of sending obscene material to a 15-year-old girl. That act, along with previous sexting incidents, cost him his seat in Congress and derailed his campaign for mayor of New York. Today, the disgraced Democrat told the court, quote, "I have a disease, but I have no excuse." The former congressman must report to prison by November 6th. Across Michigan tonight, stories from Plainfield Township and Saginaw.
But we want to start in Lansing. That's where the man accused of hiring prostitutes hundreds of times during his 20-year career as a Michigan prosecutor was released from jail. Stuart Dunnings III walked out of the Clinton County Jail early Sunday after serving 10 months. The former Ingham County prosecutor pleaded guilty to misconduct in office and soliciting a prostitute. He made no comment to reporters as he walked free.
Flags will be lowered tomorrow to honor a Michigan State Police trooper who died last week after crashing his motorcycle. Governor Snyder ordered the flags lowered to half-staff on state buildings and within the state capitol complex. State police say Trooper Timothy O'Neill was on patrol when the crash happened near Rockford, which is north of Grand Rapids. No one else was hurt. A funeral service is planned for tomorrow at the Apostolic Church of Auburn Hills. In Muskegon, a man is in police custody after leaving a baby at a business then stealing a crane from another business.
This incident happened just before 7 a.m. Police say the 32-year-old Fruitland Township man took the self-propelled crane from the Esco company. A 2-month-old girl was found a short time later at a nearby commercial business. Police say the suspect claimed he was the father of the baby. Child Protective Services is involved in the investigation, and it's unclear what led to this incident.
New at 5:30.
Taking sides. President Trump says NFL players who kneel during the national anthem should be fired. Now, the league is firing back.
Kmart giving way to something infinitely more modern and flashy. We'll have details.
Data from the FBI shows Detroit as the most violent big city in the nation. But we'll tell you why Detroit Police Chief James Craig says that's wrong.
Next Real Ben.
Detroit is back on top of a list no one is proud of. The FBI says our city is the most violent big city in the United States. But hold the phone. Chief James Craig says not so fast. It's according to the FBI, 13,705 violent crimes were committed inside the city limits of Detroit in 2016.
And that is up from just under 12,000 back in 2015. But Chief James Craig says the numbers just aren't right. So let's bring in Coco McAvoy. She is live tonight. And Coco, the chief is blaming the spike in crime on a computer system. So what's all this about?
That's right, Karen and Jason. So Chief James Craig says they switched over to a new reporting system in December because the old system called CRISnet was inaccurate in doing things such as double reporting a crime. However, the issue is the FBI has those old numbers, so they're giving Detroit the #1 ranking for all the wrong reasons.
Very, very troubling.
The FBI released data today showing the number of violent crimes across the country. It includes a troubling statistic ranking Detroit as the most violent big city in the nation once again, a title that the Detroit Police Chief James Craig says isn't warranted.
Since 2013, we continue to trend downward.
Chief Craig says the data is simply wrong because it's based off of an old reporting system called CRISnet, which the department got rid of for this very reason.
CRISnet in itself doesn't match with the UCR. It's a problem. So if you're taking it in its rawest form, you are going to guarantee have inaccuracies.
Chief Craig explained the discrepancy between the FBI numbers and the numbers the Detroit Police Department collects on their own. For example, the FBI numbers show 1,000 more aggravated assaults than Detroit's numbers in 2016.
I mean, where do we really fit? I mean, as I point out, when we look at we've been trending downward.
Though Chief Craig says the FBI numbers are inaccurate, he acknowledges that there's still a big issue in the city of Detroit.
Now, I've said, even when we look at our smaller numbers like homicides, you know, what UCR reports and what we report is about the same. I've said oftentimes that 300 murders, and while it's a 40-year low, is still too high for a city of our population.
So you may now be wondering, well, why didn't the city of Detroit end up giving the FBI their numbers since the old system was inaccurate? But they say they've had multiple conversations with the FBI about this, and they also say that they tried to give them their new numbers, but they were told that they missed the deadline. Back to you.
All right, Coco, so do we know where Detroit stands so far this year when it comes to violent crimes, according to Detroit's data?
Yes, so according to Chief James Craig, the overall number of violent crimes in the city of Detroit compared to last year is down 7% this year. And he said when it comes to homicides, that's down 3% this year compared to last year already.
All right, but as the chief said, no matter what number it is, it's always too much for our city. All right, Coco, thank you.
I bet you've seen a lot of this. Metro Detroit in the middle of a building boom. Construction cranes going up, old businesses converting to new. And tonight, Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney shows us how Kmart's demise is leaving the door open for the nation's #1 grocer.
As long as anybody can remember, this Kmart here at 9 Mile and Harper has been a Kmart. But it's out with the old and in with the new, as it's about to turn into Kroger. At the corner of 9 Mile and Harper Woods in St. Clair Shores, the Kmart struggles to attract customers. The parent company, Sears Holdings, is open to selling the real estate, and that's what Kroger's counting on and working on. As happened in Commerce Township and White Lake over the past several years, the old Kmart gets torn down. Kroger builds large superstars on the old sites. The one planned here is called a marketplace, 115,000 square feet of retail and grocery combined that will become the 5th of its kind in the state. Marlene Nichols is happy to make this exchange.
I like their gasoline perks that they give you. It's a great concept. It really is. I use it all the time.
Loretta Franks thinks the neighborhood could use the change as well.
I don't really shop here that often, and I do shop at Kroger, so that's going to be a very nice, improvement. Yes, definitely.
There is the possibility, as happened in Commerce, a nearby Kroger could close, but a lot of this remains up in the air.
I think it's a pretty good idea. I think the one over on 9 Mile and Mac is a little bit too small, and this has ample parking spaces, and the store's much bigger.
Lots of unanswered questions with how this will end up. Like, for instance, there are about 3 different Krogers in the neighborhood. Will those close and just have this one store open? We don't know, and Kroger's not saying. Will they have gas here? Well, Kroger wants to have gasoline here, but they've got to get through city processes. And of course, they only made this pitch a couple of weeks ago. Kroger doesn't even own the building yet. So a lot needs to be decided in the months to come. In St. Clair Shores, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Boy, it sure does, Rod. Now, the largest of the new version Kroger superstores is in Southgate and is almost a third larger than the proposed St. Clair Shores store at 149,000 square feet.
Oh, it is hot out there. We're in the weather pod right now with Ben. Oh, it's pretty hot, Jason. Man, you look at this. This is crazy.
This is nuts. And we've got, if you can handle it one more day.
If we know winter's around the corner, we can do it, right?
Exactly. The relief is coming, so maybe that helps a little bit, maybe. We're at 89. We've fallen out of the 90s in all spots except Port Huron, which is still right at 90 degrees. But tonight, as we see these numbers fall off through the overnight hours and going into tomorrow morning, there's not going to be a ton of relief. Once we start out tomorrow, it's going to be the mid to upper 60s for overnight lows. But you factor in the humidity, there's not a lot of relief. And when we get these strings of days near 90 in a row, these heat waves, this is usually the problem, is we just can't cool off at night, can't give our bodies a break from the heat in the afternoon. The other thing we can't get a break from is the lack of rain. Believe it or not, we've picked up less than an inch for the month. Normal is 3.2, and just last year we had over 6 inches of rain. That was the 4th wettest September we've ever had. But believe it or not, 9/10 doesn't even break the top 10 driest. We'll see if we can get some rain in here in your 7-day forecast coming up, guys.
It's been almost a week since a large 7.1 earthquake hit Mexico, and the search continues for survivors.
It is a race against time as rescuers can still be seen sifting through rubble, looking for any signs of life. There is a lot to dig through, however. Around 60 buildings have either been severely damaged or have collapsed completely. This isn't stopping rescuers, though, who say the rescue mission will continue until all of the missing have been recovered.
Several new developments tonight in the mass shooting Sunday at a Tennessee church. The shooter, identified as 25-year-old Emmanuel Sampson, previously attended services at the church, has been charged with felony homicide. The Department of Justice and the FBI have also opened a federal civil rights investigation in this case. Police say Sampson shot a woman in the church parking lot, then walked inside and opened fire.
3 gunshots, and we thought they were firecrackers and stuff. And then we shut the door, and somebody said, "Get down, get down."
There's no understanding evil. There's no understanding hate. There is no reason.
Police and witnesses say an usher confronted and disabled the gunman, holding him until help arrived. He's being held without bond tonight.
All right, now to some good news. You may have noticed over the past few weeks, prices at the pump seem to be falling fast. Well, tonight, our Kim DeGiulio shows us why we can expect that trend to continue.
After Michigan gas prices saw an increase when Hurricane Harvey and Irma hit, the prices have started to drop. Metro Detroit's current average is about $2.43 per gallon, about 9 cents less than last week's average.
What happened is a lot of people needed to get gas right away because there's kind of a panic situation in some of the states that were affected.
Michigan normally has some of the most expensive gas in the country, but right now, Michigan is 10th in the nation for the least expensive gas prices. While Michigan drivers are happy about the drop in recent gas prices,
they have even more to be excited about because gas prices are expected to continue to fall.
Oh, that'd be great.
When there's less of a demand for gas, the prices start to drop.
What we see in the fall is that prices drop because people are driving less in our area. It's not vacation time anymore.
In fact, AAA is predicting that this fall, Michigan will see the cheapest gas prices it's seen all of 2017. However, despite the drop, Michigan motorists still want lower prices.
I would take maybe like $1.98 if they can get it back to that.
$2. I lived when it was before $2, and I lived when it was $4, so I like a happy medium.
For gas prices that low in Michigan, you're going to have to check out gas stations found in the Saginaw, Bay City, Midland area where the prices are the lowest. Reporting in Utica, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Kim. By the way, in fact, Michigan is one of only 3 states to see double-digit price drops over the past 2 weeks.
There you go. That's something.
Plan a road trip.
So is this. I completely forgot about this. I'm so psyched. I just realized.
Started crying when you see that it's coming, right?
One day away from This Is Us premiering right here on Local 4.
And leading up to the big night, we are showing you the top 4 tear-jerkers from season 1.
I'm ready.
Grab your Kleenex. Here's number 1.
A life of almost and could-haves. Some would call it sad, but I don't. Because the 2 best things in my life were the person in the very beginning and the person at the very end. And that's a pretty good thing to be able to say, I think. I think so, too.
That was a good scene. Are you okay, G?
Fine.
But it's so, no, I just love this show because it hits so many different relationships and stories, and there's something everybody can
That was my
relate to.
favorite storyline, too.
That was a really good
they needed more Emmys.
Yeah,
in
they
that.
did.
Yeah.
Well, I bet they're
He got-
going to this season. This Is Us premieres tomorrow night at 9 right here on Local 4. We sure hope you stay tuned for that. We've got other news.
I'm fine. I'm just...
Got it.
A small plane crash takes a very unusual twist.
New here at 5:30, how the pilot's seatbelt almost cost him his life.
Protests, players, and the president will have full details on the growing controversy inside the NFL coming up.
But first, a deadly riot breaks out inside a prison. We'll get to that next.
Coming this new at 6.
Man, there was reaction in this stadium after yesterday's final call. But then fans got to thinking, this has happened before. Calvin Johnson, the pass interference that wasn't. Fans reminisce.
Can't wait for that trip down memory lane. Plus, she waited and waited and then made her move. What this woman stole that has police in Macomb County very eager to find her.
The investigation continues in the prison riot that killed 1 inmate and severely injured at least 9. More than 160 inmates were involved in a riot at the California Men's Colony Prison yesterday. The riot broke out in the yard around 11 in the morning, resulting in multiple inmates with stab wounds. It was contained in the yard. No guards were hurt, but there still is no word as to what started that fight.
Week 3 in the NFL was full of key matchups, but make no mistake, all the attention was what happened before kickoff, and you can see it right on the front pages. USA Today, the NFL finds unity in the rebuke of Trump. The Detroit Free Press, NFL stands up to Trump. Well, now players are responding to the president's comments, saying NFL players who take a knee during the anthem should be fired. Jay Gray is at the University of Phoenix Stadium tonight. Jay?
Hey there, good evening. To give you an idea of just how quickly this has all escalated, last weekend 6 players were involved in protests during the national anthem. Yesterday, more than 200 participated, and tonight, that number's expected to grow. It happened on the field, but this is no game. Across the NFL, players, coaches, and owners taking a stand by kneeling or locking arms, sitting, raising a clenched fist.
There's only a few times in a man's life where you have a chance to stand up for something that you believe in and make a statement.
It was a statement that sparked this controversy.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners
when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired.
President Trump taking a swipe at the league and a handful of players who've been kneeling during the national anthem in an effort to bring attention to racial inequality and police brutality. Now, though, it's become the players versus the president. Much of the battle online, with a volley of posts calling out not only the NFL but NBA star Steph Curry and announcing his team would not be invited to the White House to celebrate their world championship. A rival, LeBron James, responding by calling the president a bum online, and today calling Mr. Trump
that guy
as he again voiced his frustration and concern.
The people run this country, not one individual, and damn sure not him.
Several team owners, including some who supported his campaign, have released statements denouncing his comments. Still, the president refuses to back down.
I think that it's important for a president to show patriotism, to be a leader on this issue, and he has.
The players aren't giving any ground either. The next protest now likely just hours away.
There's been no public statement from the teams, but we do know players with the Cardinals and Cowboys have talked privately inside their locker rooms about what they plan to do before tonight's game. In Glendale, Arizona, Jay Gray, Local 4.
Ahead on Local 4 News at 6, Jesse Jackson in Detroit today to weigh in on this. We'll have that and local reaction to this controversy, including what a local veteran has to say about all this, and he puts it quite simply. You'll want to hear that.